afternoon from Wingham Park, 1993 finale today, and it's the grand final, the 1993 Premiership Grand Final for the Premiers in Wayne Smith. This is what grand finals are all about. Big crowd pumped up and all packed into the big stand. Massive crowd to watch both sides do battle for 80 minutes out here this afternoon at Wingham Park.
That's what it's all come down to, Paul. Dead right. This is the main one. If you lose this game, you're out of the ballpark, and it's certainly going to be exciting rugby league. We had bad weather for a start. It's receded now. Hopefully it stays away, but let's hope that we have a great grand final.
Well, it's the Cobden, Kallenor, Riversiders and Warrakau to do battle, the two top sides in the Premiership. The Cobden side, of course, coached by A.J. Thompson, the Riversiders, and the Warrakau side this afternoon. Their mentor all season has been Tommy Daly. Let's have a look at the sides for you. The Cobden side, we've got in the backs Tainui, Newton, Ryan, Kilkelly, Long, Cristani and Twist, and a forward pack Forsyth, that's Troy Forsyth, the skipper this afternoon. Hughes, Gibbons, Dumlow, Gavin Forsyth and Robert Dumlow on the back of the pack. For the Warrakau side, the backs are Donaldson, Bailey, McEnroe, Mawika, Gibson, Craig Mawika and Dean Mawika, and the forwards Kilkelly, Hiha, McGrath, Gibson, Harris and Wilson. Referee this afternoon for the big one is Mike Keating. Welcome to Wingham Park as the Warrakau side will play against the wind. The game starts off and it floats in the breeze. Right in the breeze it floats as Ryan goes in, takes the player without the ball, and the referee says there's been a knock-on, knock-down. Well, Bing Donaldson came in. Ryan took him out of play.
Well, lost opportunity at that time for the Warrakau pick. I see Bailey's all poor. It looks like Simon Donaldson starting the game first up, so Tony Bailey's obviously dressed in the reserves.
So it'll be Twist, it'll feed. He comes the open side. He's hit hard by Mawika and they home in on him. Loose forward Willie Harris off like a shot out of a gun too. The number 13. Now it's Dumlow. And Robert Dumlow thumps it up midway, quarter one, halfway. Two tackles gone on the Riverside as they swing it. They'll use Forsyth just standing one off the ruck. Three defenders. Hornets home in on him. Out it goes to Kilkelly, marginal looking ball onto Gavin Forsyth. He's harassed. They go in and hunt him.
Oh, welcome to Wingham Park, says the Warrakau defenders now as they go up and pick Gavin Forsyth. There's a bad pass that time, forced by Kilkelly. He gets a wee bit of attention as he puts the kick downtown.
Was taken by P.G. Gibson and turned to Donaldson, Bing Donaldson. The referee stands over play, fairly physical at the moment as it comes across here to Simon Donaldson. Well, you can tackle, so can we, says the Cobden defence. Content to get down along the line. Good ball onto McEnroe. Came off Craig Mawika. And he's taken play about 15 metres from the halfway line, still in Hornets territory. Three tackles gone. Showed the ball, then went. And some big defence at the moment. Kilkelly
all over top of McGrath that time. He lets them know who's the master out there. Bad looking pass that time. Went to ground fast to Donaldson and did the right thing.
He closed up. He went tortoise like. He had Forsyth breathing down all over him, but the kick goes in safely. Got it away as Johnny Tainui scampers. Then he starts to dance, but he's held up 5 metres short and he's back slammed down right on the halfway line. First tackle on the fullback. They got 5 in hand as Twist delivers, brings Clifton Long and goes in hard, and there's mud out here this afternoon. Conditions, Wayne Smith, not really ideal, but it's both sides got the conditions underfoot.
They both got to go through the same ground. Shane Ryan takes it up, gets it over the half by a couple of metres. They come across the broadcasting side, bring the big prop forward. Gibbons into the play.
Dion Gibbons hit and belted down. Kilkelly mauls him 10 metres inside the territory of Warrakau. Out it comes to Forsyth. Forsyth comes up, slips a couple of defenders. Gibson covered in mud, but still the pass is a wee bit wayward. Well picked up, fingertip control that time by Boyd Kilkelly. Underneath it was the statue. P.G. Gibson took it well.
The statue, he said, and they say welcome again as the roughies go through to meet him. Now they slip one a little cut across to Bing Donaldson. He plays nice and kindly with the sideline. He gets through defenders on top of him. 3 Cobden Kallenor players there.
And the supporters, the crowd go wild out here at the moment as the referee blows the whistle.
Looks like the blood bin. McGrath, and he's a wee bit shaky.
Dumlow hurt in that confrontation. The loose forward, he's limping. as the tap was taken, and they work it across. Craig Mawika looking to deliver, got it up to Willie Harris. Willie Harris taken midway, quarter way and halfway, plays it kickstart style back to Jason Mawika. No way through. Hughes has got him. Dumlow there as well, the second row. Robert Dumlow, good delivery from Hee-Ha as Dean Mawika now tries to get past Country Cousins. Maul him. All over him was Troy Forsyth. He'll play it slow to his feet though that time. Out it comes a short side. Tahuya is on too. Puts a kick down. It's been touched there by Newton. Newton going back for it. He's harassed. He's harassed. He's hit. Over the top went Simon Donaldson. Tahuya coming over too. Options closed down for Johnny Tainui. They drive him back. Oh, the crowd go wild.
Well, 4 defenders in there that time. The Warrakau letting Tainui know where the ground is, where the play is supposed to be played.
Dumlow thumped, Dumlow belted, Dumlow goes to ground 15 metres out from his own line. They try to work it, Forsyth standing out wide. The Gremlins, they go in, and it's the Hornets, and they'll drive Forsyth down. He's put on the ground, took some defenders with him though, comes back to Johnny Tainui, had the win with him, not a real good kick that time from the fullback. Bing Donaldson took it on the bounce. Bing Donaldson charges up over to the halfway line before he's met by Ryan.
Put down ably that time, Donaldson. Now Simon Donaldson, the brother, comes on. First game for a few games with Simon. He's playing a top game at this stage. He takes it up into Forsyth. He stands in the tackle.
Referee keeping a strict 10 metres as to who he is, harassed that time by Troy Forsyth. This is the grand final, 1993 honours at stake this afternoon as Gibson comes off the pass there of Hee-Ha, and Gibson struggles forward, gets up and plays it quick. Hee-Ha bounces off the hooker that time. Hughes then got the pass away, still trying to work at this time as Wilson. Wilson knocked to ground, he'll play it, swing it across field. McEnroe puts the kick in. It's kick and chase. Tainui's got it, and he's only a couple of metres out from his own line.
The custodian, he was able to cover that kick that time. Gibson couldn't get up. Now they work it away. Clifton Lyon this time brings it up, makes some good yards as long before he runs into Dean Mawika, stops his progress.
So long, just short of the 20-metre line. That's where he is. Harris all over him. He'll play it quickly. Forsyth now standing out. No scorers. He's belted, put down, big defence to Huia. And the skipper for the Cobden side is grounded. They move their hands swiftly along the line. Dion Gibbons thumped by Wilson, and out blows the Wilson. Came in like a ton of bricks. The man with the headgear. The pass is not good. They got a kick, so they do that along the ground. Get out of jail. And Bing Donaldson all the time in the world to pick it up. He starts to move. It can't elude the tackles. And he's hit and put down 10 metres inside the Cobden territory. It's been fairly brisk, it's been fairly quick, it's been fairly slick in the opening minutes out here at Wingham Park for the grand final. Warrakau against the Cobden side. The Riversiders as Jason Mawika struggles forward before he's grounded by Dion Gibbons. Tahuya got his pass, they double round Hee-Ha and Mawika. Then it comes back to Harris. Harris harassed. Centre field 10 metres in, good delivery by Hee-Ha once again, found Mawika, Craig Mawika.
A wee bit of space just about created, never had the speed to take the advantage that time as they look for the big fella, the raw fella, Gary Wilson. Wilson takes it up, pulled down, last tackle about 2 from the quarter.
The little kick and chase that time by Hee-Ha, put it in the air, it was well taken, and it's Cobden that have got the ball. Forsyth gets to his feet just short of the 20-metre line. 2 tackles gone, no yardage made at the moment for the Riversiders. The Warrakau side, the Hornets just got the head in front at the moment, even though it's 0-0 at the moment in the grand final match.
Only statistics stand up for the Cobden side. One scrum to them now as they try to work out from their own territory. They pull down about midway half quarter. Good defence that time from Dean Mawika, the scrum half.
So Tainui says we'll try and use the wind this time. Drives it downfield, drills it right into the hands though of Donaldson, the fullback. Bing Donaldson can't elude the defence of Forsyth, and he mauls him just short of the halfway line. He'll play it still in Warrakau territory as Gibson bounces away. Up to the halfway he goes. Gibson's put on the ground. Gibson struggling to his feet. It was Dumlow that did the principal defence that time. Tahuya turns it back in. Tahuya came off the pass of Mawika. Now the Warrakau side try to open it up. The crowd very vocal at the moment. Very vocal. Tremendous crowd out here for the grand final match. As Kilkelly comes from the base. Got it up to Dean, Jason Mawika. And the last tackle now on the Warrakau side. Which way will it go? Hee-ha calls it. Hee-ha kicks it. And he finds touch on the 20-metre line. Good kick from the base of the... Played the ball area that time by the number 9, Craig Hee-ha.
Looking to slow it down this time. He realised it was under a wee bit of pressure. The Warrakau boys, I thought possibly the passing was just a bit too slow getting across to McEnroe. Just didn't give him enough time to take advantage of it.
So the scrum's been won. Twist now comes the open side. No way past Craig Mawika. He's had the haircut this afternoon, Mawika. Struggles his way forward. The props, they'll try and work it. Gibson came in late. I think he'll get the penalty he has on Cristani.
Tackle player already on the ground. He showed attention to the player. He's lucky he's been told carry this on and you won't be on the paddock too much longer.
Well, Smithy, there's a classic example. They've got a rip, roar and gale right at their backs and they tapped it.
Well, it's silly play. That's right, Paul. They should take advantage of the football, and that could go against them.
As now Kilkelly primes and tries to keep the ball alive. He does it well. Hughes slipped the pass to Dumlow. In turn, he got one out wide to Ryan. Ryan going the open side over in front of the big grandstand with all the crowd that hiss and roar. And Twist throws a pass, a long ball, comes out again here to Kilkelly, turns it back into Cristani, wrapped up, no way through, big defence, good defence that time by the second rower, and it was Gibson in defence. Now Forsyth busts his way forward to the 20-metre line. He goes as the rain starts to fall. Wingham Park grand final, Hornets against the Riversiders. Kilkelly floats one in the air. Once again, positional play excellent by Bing Donaldson.
Well, they got two players that can cover that in Donaldson, of course, and of course PG Gibson. Both of them take the good ball with the first attempt. So they're a strength to the Warrakau side in that aspect of the game.
Two tackles gone as the Warrakau side, Jason Mawika, tries to stem the flow forward. Now they bring Harris. On to Mawika. Mawika looking for his runner. He's got Gibson off his shoulder. There's no way through and there's no score out here at the moment. Level peg and 0-0 on the scoreboard. As Mawika harassed as he put his kick in, trapped. Kicked that time by Clifton Long. And he brings it up to the halfway line before he's knocked down by his opposite, Paul Gibson. Now they do the double round the shuffle. They bring the old head in. Kilkelly found a better space for Forsyth. Forsyth can't beat the tackle of Mawika, and that's where he'll play it 10 metres inside Warrakau territory.
Tried to use the knees that time. Forsyth might have come off second best. He just got the shoulder driven into the knee.
So Kilkelly now gets the back line alight. Oh, the little pass that time by Dumlow. He's been to a magician's class.
He certainly has. He slipped up a nice pass behind Killer, but he couldn't take advantage of it that time. Bring the other Forsyth into the play. He goes back towards the ruck area, tidied up by Hea, and of course the other defender there.
One thing about the Hornets at the moment, Wayne Smith, they are tackling round the knees, round the legs. They're going low, and it's having their effect on the big Cobden, Callan or Riverside's packet for the present.
Well, there's only one way to put the big fellas down, and that's round the legs.
So the resulting play, we've got the tap as Donaldson taps it on the 20-metre line. The rain falls down here at Wingham Park with very wet conditions, and the whistle blows. Referee says you're inside the 10-metre area. Mike Keating this afternoon in control.
That's the advantage of having a quick play there. You're always going to catch the defence out, and that time they did, and the referee Johnny on the spot, or should we say Michael, on the spot, and he's picked them up, and they made another 2 or 3 easy metres.
He finds touch. He only makes about 6 to 8 metres. He'll tap it, and they work a bit of a move as they bring it across. Dean Mawika links up with Craig Mawika. The Mawikas combine, and they'll bring Donaldson into the line. The fullback got a one-handed one out the back door to Craig Mawika. In turn, he elected to get his pass up to McEnroe, and McEnroe's held up and finally back slammed down. Still no all in the match. Hornets against the Riversiders as McGrath belts forward. Right into the big defence he goes. Makes a few metres before he's knocked to ground. Dumlow in defence. Now Kilkelly been very quiet opening minutes as Kevin Kilkelly got a pass up there to Mawika. Dean Mawika finally tackled by Forsyth. He'll play it about 10 metres short of the 20-metre line as it comes out here to Craig Mawika. Looking to get a pass up was Craig Mawika. It closed down his options, couldn't do it. And now we're here, we've got Hiar starts to prime away. Ducks under the tackle, took the tackle high. Jason Mawika all over the top of him. That time was the big fella. That was Troy Forsyth. And Mawika would have felt the brunt of it because he's had a broken nose a couple of weeks ago, Wayne Smith, and it certainly would be fairly tender at the moment.
Looks like he's screaming out about something there. Brother Craig's going over. He's
very good footballer too is Jason Mawika. But like we did say, he broke his nose against Marist a fortnight ago. And I would say it'd be very tender at the moment. Forsyth went up the facial nasal area.
Well, he was high. He knows he probably knows he's having a wee bit of trouble around the head area, but I don't know whether he's holding his shoulder that time or the nose. But it's certainly
who knows?
Who knows? There's right.
Certainly Jason will, but he's placed it right on the 20-metre line. First opportunity for both sides for points on the board, and here we've got Warrakau penalty on the 20-metre line. Comes back, strikes. Oh, went to the left-hand upright. Not successful, but they'll get the ball back. It'll be a 20-metre tap.
20-metre line dropout for 20-metre dropout.
20-metre dropout, I mean, certainly. Just as well Smithy's on the ball.
15 minutes of rugby league gone so far in this game, and Johnny Tanu, who goes for the line dropout, he wouldn't be too happy with the length of that one. It just doesn't quite meet halfway as PG Gibson brings it into the fray to defence, and they caused an error on.
Oh, hitting some big defence, Gibson. The ball popped out like a piece of soap. He couldn't hang on to it. So now it's Cobden. The Riversiders have possession. They'll bring Dumlow, Robert Dumlow. Copybook defence from the loose forward, Willie Harris. Wraps him up. 2 tackles gone 4 in hand as Kilkelly got his pass across. Still trying to work it over the far side. Clifton Long ducking and diving. Long slipped the pass and turned. The ball goes out. And the touch judge puts the flag up. Tainui.
Slipped into touch, we'll have the scrum. No advantage to the Warrakau side there, out in play, so loosened feet will go to the Warriors side.
Right in front of the big crowd. The stand jam-packed full. As the scrum was won, it came out to Forsyth, got his pass up to Mawika, got his pass up to Donaldson coming into the line. Now we've got Kilkelly. Kevin Kilkelly grounded 10 metres short, centre field. Looking for their other runners instead. Hiar goes himself, then got the pass backwards onto Jason Mawika. Mawika held up just on the halfway line, about a metre short, centre field, as Gibson goes into dummy half, bounces, primes away. Forsyth goes in and has a look high again. Referee lets it go. He's keeping his 10 metres this afternoon, Mike Keating, as the options are closed down here. No way to go for Dean Mawika, and his back slammed down, and it'll be the last tackle coming up for the Warrakau side, the Hornets. Mawika, Craig Mawika, little cheeky kick over the defence that time. Forsyth was standing back there.
Not doing anything for the Warrakau side, those little kicks like that. I think a bomb would be the call of the day.
So it's still 0-0 grand final. Hornets against the Riversiders as Gibson tries to impede the progress that time of Clifton Long. It was Willie Harris that went, no, it was McGrath went down in defence. Now they double round. Kilkelly starts to cut him open. Kilkelly got his pass over the far side. They've still got possession. Cobden lucky Cristani had to reach for it. He's got it and he's played it. An awkward looking play, the ball. And he dances now. Eludes one of the charge and defence. They hit him. They belt him. Wilson. And some big defence at the moment. And Warwick come up with the leather.
They come up with the trumps all right. Try to play them around like the director Kilkelly, but just the bounce of the ball went against them with some big defence.
0-0 Hornets against the Riverside as Donaldson calls and gets the ball, the fullback in the play, 10 metres inside the Cobden territory as he bounces away, got it up to Mawika. Mawika feeds the big fella coming through, he's held up too. And the referee will blow the whistle.
Blood bin.
And McGrath's into the blood bin there. As
to come out again for another spell.
So it'll be Mawika that'll play, Craig Mawika. Here's charge and rampage and run. Now Willie Harris, about 5 metres short of the 20-metre line. Back it goes to Mawika. That's a backward-looking kick. Floats in the air. Pressure right on. Oh, he's missed it. He's let it go. They scramble back for it. Referee blows the whistle. He'll take the first knock on.
No advantage to the Warrior side that time, and so the best advantage for them for a while now. The scrum deep inside Cobden Conal territory, only about 10 metres from the sideline, from the try line.
The heat is on out here at the moment on a cold winter's afternoon. As the ball goes down, it's been won by the Warwick side. Out a casual looking pass onto Mawika. They do a bit of a shuffle as they bring Dean Mawika around Jason. And finally it's Dean that's grounded on the ground. They don't let him get up and play it. Now he gets to play. Back it goes to Huia. No, it was Mawika. Well, they got the haircut the same, Smithy.
You should know. You've got a haircut like them. So obviously they are pretty sure. They're not the same. Huia's still got a fair bit of hair on.
So running like a hare now is the fullback Donaldson trying to stretch. He's only a couple of metres short as the Hornets are on fire. They try and charge their way forward. Here's Kahia. Held up. Well, it'll be a scrum now.
Loosened feet to go to the Warrior side. It wasn't the last tackle, so chance to have 6 more.
So pressure, sustained pressure at the moment from the Hornets as the rains have ebbed. It comes out to Mawika. They do the double round the Mawikas. Oh, bring Gibson and he's straight through. Oh, he's under the post. Well, they did the shuffle round. They stood there like they were at a Sunday afternoon Sunday school. Then they brought Gibson in. There was no one. Where was Tainui? Not to be seen.
Well, they thought they were going to do the same play with Dean Mawika. That was well played by the Warwick outside there, Paul, because the scrum previously they took Craig went around Jason and he took the dummy, and then Dean come around and took the extra ball. Cotton Conal thought the same thing was happening in the game, but this time they brought the blind winger in, and that's Paul Gibson. I don't mean he's blind, but he's from the blind side.
Well, he never had a white stick, but he went in between the white sticks. Oh, that was a good try, but it did seem so easy.
Well, it was the way it was. It caught them flat-footed dead right, and I thought they were waiting for Dean Mawika again to come around to take the second ball, but this time they popped it back the opposite direction, and he took up the space that Paul Gibson, and he got a hand on him, but he was able to shrug it off, and he took the easy 4 points in the end. Well constructed.
Very strong wind out here at the moment, and the wind will be really floating over there too amongst the Cobden contingent. They won't be happy because that looked so easy. Plan move from the Warwick back line. They brought Gibson in from the far wing. He just strolled and there was no one going to stop him. And he's right in front of the post, Jason Mawika, to have the conversion. Can he add the extra 2 as Mawika comes back? He strikes. Have a look at the flags. That says it all. Listen to the crowd out here this afternoon. The Warwick supporters tell the tale. 6 points to 0. Warwick in front in this grand final fixture between the Hornets and the Cobden Callanor Riversiders.
2 minutes into the second quarter, and it's 6 points to 0 to the Warwick side. Certainly Cobden Callanor was stunned by that try that time.
Big crowd, huge crowd, all pumped up over that stand. You wouldn't get another body in there. A lot of bodies come out to watch this one as the kick-off's taken, driven down, long floating kick with the wind behind. As the leather floated, it bounced. It was picked up by Gibson. and Phil Gibson grounded just out from his 20-metre line. 5 in hand for the Warrakau side. Well, they lead 6 points to 0. It's been dropped. It's been put on the ground. And it'll be a scrum, it'll be a Cobden Callanor feed. Good attacking opportunity for the Riversiders now.
Oh, I think the wind's changed around. Well, Warrow wouldn't be too happy with that era at that time, but the wind looks like it's changed around and it's favouring the Warrow side at the moment.
So here's Kilcally, runs across field trying to link up with his runner. Then he slips a few defenders, Kilcally. Finally just short of the 22-metre line. He's put on the ground by Wilson. Plays it, brings it back here to Dumlow. Robert Dumlow, the loose forward, up to the 20-metre mark. He goes right out in front of the post. Warrakau territory, 4 in hand. Bring it across to Twist. He turns it into Gibbons. Gibbons is held up and back slammed down. Good defence. Eager defence. Goes up and meets the prop forward, McEnroe. McEnroe in defence. Now it's Forsyth. They're going low round Forsyth. He hasn't had the effect out here at the moment.
Well, they tried to cross that time, but Forsyth was up the middle. They're watching the big fella now as Costani tries to work away, but they were right on to him. Last tackle for the Warrakau side.
So, quick hands needed by the Cobden side as Gavin Forsyth tries to put the kick in. Then he comes in defence, big hit. And slow to get to his feet was Mawika. Felt the brunt of that one. Now it's Troy Forsyth in defence. Grounded McEnroe as now Mawika goes across field, no way through. The gap closes on him, 3 tackles gone. Bing Donaldson runs upfield. He's harassed by Dumlow and just a wee bit stagnated at the moment. The Warrakau side, no, they've got the penalty. Dumlow wouldn't let him go. He said he wanted to play with a rag doll.
Well, you just got to let them get up that more, and they paid the penalty. Cobden Callanor letting Warrakau get out. They had them under pressure with the defence, and they were playing a wee bit stagnated, Paul. They were just running from dummy half too often, Warrakau, I thought, for my liking, and obviously not making enough ground.
So it'll be Hard will tap. He'll bring Gibson in. Gibson charges hard. He hasn't got the bulk, but he's got the heart. And upfield he goes towards the 20-metre line. He's about 5 metres short of the 20-metre mark inside the Cobden territory as the Mawika brothers combine again. They've got all the time to swing the ball. They do that. And it's Donaldson put on the ground. He plays it. That was Harris.
It was Donaldson.
It was Donaldson.
Right, yeah.
Now Hee-ha, Prime's got a ball over the far side to Gibson, turned it back in, and Warrakau still got possession. Harris gets to his feet, he plays, swings it out here to Mawika. Here's the Mawikas combining again, belted by the Cobden player. It'll be back for 6. Will the referee see that one? No, he missed it. It came off the Cobden hand. As it comes back to Gibson, puts a little kick and chase. Tainui looking for it. Tainui's left it behind. Tainui's belted.
Oh, wow, great little kick that time by Gibson. He looked like to line up for a drop kick. He saw that Tainui was waiting for the drop. Little chip over the top and put the pressure on him, forced the error.
Well, possibly couldn't say rough justice. They've got the tick of the time that time because it looked they should have got a prime away for 6. They've got it now with McEnroe. McEnroe grounded by the loose forward, plays it 2 metres short. Here we go, Mawika, he's only a couple of metres short. Wee bit of panic in the Riversiders camp. They're talking, they're yelling. As it comes, here's danger. They use the big fella, he's in. Oh, they came out to Kilcally. He pirouetted his way, he charged, and he's in for a good try. It's at the Hornets in front, 10 points to 0. That was a well-executed move by the Warrakau side that time.
Well, he had this thing in his tail that Kilcally that time, turned in a tackle to Ruffy. The young Ruffy was on top of him, couldn't put him down, didn't make the tackle count, and Kilcally went over the line to come up with the pot of honey.
Oh, good try. Well, there you go. It was the little kick from Gibson. It was bobbled there by Tainui. The resultant scrum, they worked it in 1s and 2s in towards the post. They had the big fella standing out wide. He took the ball. He brunted his way forward. He bounced, ricocheted into a couple of defenders. Then he swiveled free, and he's gone in for a good try about 15 metres to the left of the left-hand upright. He'll be happy with that. And the Cobden supporters in the crowd have gone extremely quiet at the moment.
You're not making enough noise, Barry. Come on.
Well, 10 points to 0 favouring the Rakau side. Paul wins the baited now. It doesn't favour anybody as Jason Mawika looks to convert his second try.
So Mawika stands like a statue, mesmerised, looks at the leather. Comes in, strikes it well. Oh, yes, he's got the 2 points. 12 points to 0. Have a look at it. It's Rakau in front in the grand final at the moment. And really playing some constructive, executing rugby league out here. As the Cobden side, dejected at the moment, pedestrian-like now, bring it back to the halfway line, have been rocked by a couple of good tries from the Hornets in this first half. Ball's driven down, drilled down, taken well by Hee-Ha. In turn, he got his pass to Gibson. He took right into the force of foresight as they try to get their game in motion. The Cobden side in defence at the moment, the Riversiders.
Out of the play for a while as Gibson too. He's threw his body into that one now as Craig Mawika takes it up. Got no defenders, lost the ball. Had no support that time. It's a wee bit slow getting up. Then they lost the ball. The loose and the feed will go to the Cobden side.
So 12 points to 0. No score yet for the Riversiders. As it'll be twist, it'll feed. The scrum puts it in, comes out, good rake. Out across to Kilcally, links up with Ryan. Ryan tries to fend the defence off. He can't, and he's dragged down just short of the 20-metre line. Over the grandstand side, cold wind blows ill. Out here at the moment as the Cobden side tries to work it. Still content to try and open up. A backward flip that time by Cristani. Turned it back infield to the big fella. And Dumlo gets to his feet. Centre field short of the 20-metre line. Forsyth brushes his way. Forgot a goal. Just about got his pass up to... held it up for that extra second. The gap opened up for Cristani.
It could have been dangerous, but tapped down by Hee-Ha, but the scrum loose and feed once again will go to the Cobden side, give them 6 more tackles.
So the scrum goes down all right. It's been won again by the Cobden side. They'll swing it across. Kilcally looking for a gap pro, but Clifton Long clawing his way forward. Just about through, plays it quick, still working the short side, they're thumping.
And a replacement for the Cobden side. Geordie Roberts has come on. I think the young rough is gone, Paulie. His game, his grand final for 93 is out. And here's a penalty for the Cobden side. Rakau not letting the player up.
So they'll have the shot. Troy Forsyth says it's still early days yet. We want the 2 points.
30 minutes of rugby league so far. We've had half an hour. Paul, the scoreline stands 12 points to 0. Still a lot of football left in this grand final.
Don't worry about it. We're going to lose anyway.
So the penalty. Tainui, good kicking boot on him too, Johnny Tainui. There's the crowd here. Just wait to see how he will go. Placed it on the mound. Round the corner style for Tainui as he comes back. Strikes. Looks pretty good. The crowd said that, told the audience what was happening. They knew it was over, and the crowd said it's a 2-pointer for Johnny Tainui. 12 points to 2. That's the score at the moment. That's the score.
Only makes 10 points the difference between the two sides. Not out of this game, the Cobden Kohenor side, but Rakau will be happy with the lead so far.
So in turn now, Rakau bring it back to the halfway line. Very vocal crowd out here this afternoon to witness the big one, the 1993 Premiership Grand Final. There's Jason Mawika now. Drives it downfield, slams it downfield in fact, and it dam buster style ricochets over the ground. Then it's been picked up as Roberts. Geordie Roberts taken just on the 20-metre line. Quick play the ball. Ryan back slam down, no way through. Eager defence at the moment from the Hornets. Forsyth standing out wide. Oh, they go in, but he got one out the back door. Got it out there to Gibbons. Dion Gibbons struggles. Finally goes to ground in the clutches that time of Mawika's. Forsyth out there, Gavin Forsyth. Now they start to shuffle. Kilcally Kilkelly bolted, but he got his pass away.
Probably just crowded his outsides, but that time Boy Kilkelly went across the paddock and gave the defence a lesser target to pick on.
Now it's Ryan that thumps at 40, pumps his way up towards the halfway line, but he was knocked down to the ground. Big defence. Kilkelly puts the kick in, kicks the ball, just not a big kick, but it still found the hands though that time of Bing Donaldson, and he had to reach for it, the tall, rangy fullback. As it's Simon Donaldson now knocked to the ground. Hee-ha, 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 still going all the time to get his pass up. And he got it up to McGrath. Finally, two defenders grappling, the Headgear brothers, and that's Dumlo and Cristani. Mawika stood in the tackle.
He passed it to one of the brothers, and that's Dumlo.
So seesaw and stuff at the moment. Now Forsyth trying to get his troops moving. Knocked to the ground on the halfway line. Wilson in defence. Cristani, Gavin Forsyth, no way through. Big defence. Kilkelly went in. Over the top that time was Mawika. And, well, it looked like Dean Mawika took the ball out of his hand.
Dead right.
Oh.
Smiling is Dean Mawika. He beat the cousin that time. Come up with it. Beat the refs too. Come up with it smiling. Now get the loose and the feed the Warwick side.
Well, Forsyth looks like a lemon. Not too happy at the moment with that.
They're very sour.
So Mawika will put it in. Puts it in the second row. He's got possession though. Brings it across to Craig Mawika. Turns it back in field to Jason Mawika as they home in on him. Referee.
Blood bin. He's been out there with blood for a while. The ref's got just noticed it.
Well, he'll need a transfusion the way he's going at the moment. So now Kilkelly 12 points to 2. Hornets in front. Kilkelly, the big fella, plays at 10 metres inside. Beautiful delivery that time from Hee-ha. They do the double round. They'll bring Wilson, the raw stick of rhubarb. They've called him before. And he comes upfield, Headgear and all the rangy second rower plays it quick. Now they combine again. Hee-ha onto McEnroe. McEnroe dancing. McEnroe off the Cobden player it came.
Well, offside that time.
And the referee is called off the head knock on. So the crowd very vocal all round the park at the moment. It'll be a Warrakau feed. So it'll be Dean Mawika now. 12 points to 2. Well and truly in the second quarter at Wingham Park as it comes on to Hee-ha standing in the pivot. Now Kelly got his pass beautifully on to Craig Mawika going across field, but he was looking for a run out of his options. Now we've got Bing Donaldson bouncing away. Bing Donaldson, oh, he's like a giraffe. He's only a couple of metres short. Gibson got one out the back door, turned it over the far side. Now Mawika brushing his way upfield, still can't break that defence. Leading 12 points to 2. They'll work it out to Dean, does the double round, still held up, no way through. The Fords grapple with him in front of the post, 10 metres short as Hee-ha goes, primes his way, turns it back to Wilson. Knocked out, couldn't pick it up. Referee blows the whistle.
No advantage to the Cobden side that time.
You let that one go by.
So it looks like Mason's on.
Well, he's come on for the blood bin, Paul. That's why they had to reshuffle. You put the Hee-ha out to stand off and just move the players across a bit.
So a wee bit of a line up here, shuffling the pack of cards as Hee-ha, good defender, tremendous season, Craig Hee-ha for the Hornets for 1993. Cobden now stifled inside their own 22-metre line. Forsyth. Back it goes to Hughes. Hughes electing to go the short side. Just a wee bit indecision from the hooker. And there's no way through. They struggle at the moment as Dumlo works his way forward. He slipped and knocked down. Gibson talking to the side. PG on to good delivery. Kilkelly did the double round nicely. Links up there with Newton. Cross kicks, tries to centre kick. And pressure right on the young winger as he's harassed by Willie Harris.
Well, left it to the young winger that time to put some pressure, put the kick down. I thought they did it all right on the Cotton Cohenor side. And they'll pay the penalty now as the handover goes to the Warwick side.
Good delivery from Dean Mawika out to Craig Mawika. It went. The Mawika's in force out here at the moment. Minus one as Jason's in the blood bin. Now Gibson. Well, he's made good yards. He's looking to link up. He did it well. Well, he primed, he got us, he made 10 metres on that one. He's got them on the rack. Here we got Hea turns it to Donaldson. Donaldson trying to struggle towards the corner. Finally, he's knocked down two defenders. Kilkelly in the cover defence. They turn and they buffet their way forward. Here we got the big fella going again. No, last tackle coming up here for the Hornets. They've left it behind. And Newton comes away with it.
Well, they went stingless that time, the Hornets. They left the ball behind. They've got to have the ball to score tries. As Troy Forsyth brings it up towards his quarter.
Forsyth will play it just short of the 20-metre line as Dumlow primes on. It came off the pass of Twist. Twists and turns right on the 20-metre mark. He's mauled by McGrath. Then the long ball, Tainui got his pass over the far side, scooped up by Roberts, went back, says the referee. Geordie Roberts trying to find his bit of a hole, there's no way through, and he's grounded on the 20-metre mark, 4 tackles in hand. They'll bring it across to Gibbons, no way through. The Hornets are hungry.
They're not letting them breach their path now. Last tackle for the Cobden side. Johnny Tainui, he's got to left himself with a little bit of space, and his kick doesn't get over the halfway line.
Well and truly trapped by Simon Donaldson. He's got possession. Twist was the defender. They bit of indecision, just a bit casual at the moment. Had to scoop for it, did Bing Donaldson, and he's got defenders all over the top of him. Good defence that time by Newton. Well, Newton's got an uncanny action, like he's going to strike for the ball, Smithy.
I tell you what, they have a better attempt than that as McEnroe keeps the ball alive. And Phil Gibson elects to make a cut across the paddock.
Plays it well, plays it quick now. It's Hea. They've got him on the back foot once again. The kick in touch, kick in goal, and he's taken it across. It'll be a drop out under the post. Constant pressure by the Reds. Constant pressure by the Warwick side.
Well, nice little kick that time by Hea. Johnny Tainui didn't know where the winger Paul Gibson was. He had no option but to take it out of play, and so they forced the line drop out the Warwick side.
12 points to 2. 12 points to 2 as the half-time hooter sounds. What a game, what a first half it's been. And the 2 tries scored for Warwick have been by Paul Gibson and the big fella Kevin Kilkelly. 2 conversions by Jason Mawika. Penalty goal by Johnny Tainui for the Cobden side, 12-2. That's where it stands. Interesting match, Wayne Smith.
Certainly interesting match, but the Warwick side looked the sharper side, and they've got the, more tricks under the sleeve, Paul, and that's where they've come up. They pulled a couple of good little double rounds and cutting back and turning the ball back, and they've slipped a couple of good tries out of doing some good quick play, and they've come up with the score line 12 points to 2, favouring Warwick side.
Interesting second half coming back. Interesting third quarter. We'll wait it very shortly.
At the half-time break, rakau lead, Cobden coming on 12-2. Have a couple of...
Welcome back to the second half of the big one, the 1993 grand final, as the Cobden side and the Warwick side come back out to do another 40 minutes of battle. 40 minutes have already been gone, and the Hornets in front 12 points to 2. Interesting third quarter coming up, Wayne Smith.
Certainly is an interesting quarter. This is the quarter Cobden don't want to get back into the game. They've got to win, Paul. They have no chance of taking this game unless they win this quarter and go on with it. Warwick will be happy to be in front 12 points to 2, but they know the job's not done yet. There's still another 40 minutes of rugby league to play.
So it'll be Johnny Tainui, referee this afternoon, Mike Keating, looking at both sides. He blows the whistle. The action is underway. Tainui drives at a high floating kick, well retrieved by Mawika. No, it was Hea.
Well, you got the hairstyles right now.
So quick play, the ball taken. They charge their way forward. 2 tackles gone now on the Warwick side. There's McEnroe goes on a 45-degree angle. No way through. Eager defence that time by Dumlow. Gibson can't get out of the grasp of Dumlow once again.
Georgie Nathan on 2 poor, so changed by the coach AJ Thompson.
Good run that time, probe and run. He cribbed, he got about 10 metres. Hoo-ha. Now Mawika puts the kick up. He's using the wind. Long floating kick too. Good kick, well taken by Roberts. And he's met and knocked to ground right on the 20-metre line by Dean Mawika. Now Tainui gets to his feet. He'll play it quick. Looking for the runners. As Gibbons comes into some big defence from the Reds.
Hornets eager to keep them down their own end this time. Got to look for the big runners, the Cobden Kono side, the Forsyth, the prop forward comes in, Troy. He takes up 2 or 3 past his own quarter. They'll look for the kick now as Tainui gets the ball. And this time he gets a good kick downtown.
Better looking kick that time by Tainui. He was just about going to touch. It does. Excellent looking kick. Talk about the breeze changing. He must have the wind with him. I think he has.
Yeah, well, I said that before. If the wind has changed around, in the first half. It's been going that way for a good 20 minutes, and it's still staying favouring the Cobden Kono side in the second half.
So it'll be a Warrakau feed. They're only about 10 metres out from their own line, broadcast and touch line. It'll be Mawika, Dean Mawika. They hold it in the back. Mawika goes himself, can't get out of the grasp of Forsyth. Now Donaldson slips one defender, then he comes over the 20-metre line. All over him was Nathan. Mawika, 3 defenders. Slow to his feet, got to his feet all the same. McGrath, well, it's been put down.
No,
and the ball's been knocked.
Side, loosen feet to go Cobden's way. Chance for them to put some pressure onto the Warrakau scoreline.
12 points to 2. Warrakau in front. There's a twist. Scott it. He gets it across here to Cristani. Quick hands wanted by the back line. As it came out, good ball. He held it up nicely. As the number 4s have a bit of a
confrontation back there between Kilkelly and Jason Mawika. The old head saying to the young head, don't try and dominate me, and I think Killer had the last say in the fray.
Well, that nose of Mawika's had a bit of a pounding in this game at the moment as Forsyth opens him up a bit. Got his pass to Nathan, flicked it up to Dumlow. Here's trouble. Finally, they scramble in, they scream in defence. Warrakau just a wee bit at 6s and 7s at the moment as it comes out here to Geordie Roberts. Found a bit of the gap. Beautiful ball to Tainui. Excellent try. They're coming back. The Riversiders have scored.
Well, a couple of Warrakau players don't know where they are. Dean Mawika, he's a wee bit wobbly at the back of play, but Cobden Kono kept the pressure on, and as I said, they've got to win this 3rd quarter if they want to be in this ballpark, and there they are. Pulled on some great play by young Geordie Roberts. A talented footballer is young Roberts. He held him up, he held the ball up, he took the last defence into him, and he fed his winger outside, his fullback outside him, and gave Tainui a gift try.
Oh, it was a good try. Held it up beautifully. Held it up nicely. But there was Tainui right on the flank, sniffing out for another try. And he's gone in the corner. That's where he's dangerous. He knew it was on, but good work. You said it all, Wayne Smith. Geordie Roberts created havoc.
Certainly did, Paul. He's a talented footballer, knows how to put the ball into 2 hands and draw the defence. They left to open the gap for him first. He took the gap himself, put more pressure on the defence. They had to come back off Tainui to pick up Geordie Roberts. Once it was on, a nice pass by Roberts set the points for Tainui.
So here's Tainui attempting to convert his own try. He comes back. He went to allow for the win, but not successful.
It's not a gale. There is a bit of breeze around, but I don't think it's gale. And now it's just changed a wee bit towards the Warrakau side, so it's just a swirling wind. Dean Mawika is still trying to get off the paddock. He's down with blood. He was out of the game for a while, so once again they'll have an exchange for Dean Mawika as he goes off to get tidied up. So fairly bruising encounter at the moment as
Craig Mawika drives it downfield, trapped by Forsyth. Inspirational as he charges forward. And he's knocked down only a couple of metres short of the touchline over the grandstand side. Felt the effects of that defence.
Well, sharpen up the fence that time that Craig Mawika said we've got to stop the flow. The Cobden Kono flow now as they look to open up Cobden Kono. Bring the big stocky fella in.
Oh, big hit. Big hit over the top, Kilkelly. Now Tainui, the kicking game, drives it back, trying to find Donaldson out of position. He just about knocked it on. He did. Things just not going right. Just a wee bit of frustration on the young fella. He knew he had done wrong.
No use getting wild about it, though. Just get back into play is the call, as now Cobden Kono get another chance to attack the line. The big fella, Troy Forsyth, slow to reach the line.
Well, Forsyth was talking to the box over the far side, trying to get attention of A.J. Thompson and the crew as they bring Kilkelly in at speed.
Come through a bit of depth, Kilkelly, but just another head to support there for him, but the defence close up on him.
Smithy, we were just saying prior to the half-time where Cobden weren't on a roll, but they are starting to roll now. The momentum's coming the Riversiders' way, starting to play controlled league at the moment. As a Hughes.
I don't know whether that was too controlled that time as Kilkelly, what's happening down here, Mawika and the rough you're having a wee bit. I think the Mawika might be had too many against him there.
There's Dumlo Mawika. How's your father?
He had 2 or 3 in there against him.
And the referee talking to the 2 of them. 2 skippers come out, and one of them's Mawika. No. Time ruled out as both touch judges and the referee, Mike Keating, discuss proceedings. So everything's happened out here this afternoon. As referee calls out Forsyth and Dumlo.
It wasn't Forsyth, it was Dumlo. Forsyth the skipper.
So Dumlo getting talked to here by the referee. The penalty will obviously go to the Warrakau side. Well, the roughie. Time ruled and played as they tap and work it now. This game has really come to the pitches as Donaldson hitting some big defence by Kilkelly. Lending a hand was Clifton Long. As now Mason tries to work his way forward, trying to get to his feet. They work at the open side. On it goes to Hee-Ha McEnroe. McEnroe no way through. 12 points to 6, only 6 points in this one. Converted try separates the 2 side as Gibson goes into some big defence, but they're inside the 10-metre mark. Referee blows the whistle. Penalty goes against the Cobden side again.
Well, just letting the roll go against them, the Cobden Kono side. This time just breached a couple of little indiscretions that time inside the... Not picking the ref up that time and paid the penalty.
Very vocal crowd out here at the moment. Big crowd in the stand. Wet weather, winter football. Tremendous game, 12 points to 6. Warrakau got possession. Now it's Donaldson belted. Donaldson literally thumped just 10 metres inside the Cobden territory. Craig Mawika gets it up here to Wilson. Wilson slipped them. Wilson's still going. Wilson up over the 20-metre line. Finally, Forsyth come across in defence. Tainui was there as well. Gibson tried to bounce away. Plays it quick. He does it well. Onto Mawika. The Mawikas combine onto Hee-Ha. Hee-Ha puts a long ball across. No way through.
Oh, great defence by Newton. He had to come off his wing that time to claim it.
Late tackle, Forsyth.
He's been given 10-2, Gavin Forsyth's been asked to go.
And the players down. Players on the ground. Everything's happening out here. This is a ball game. This is grand final. This one's going to go to the wire. Forsyth gets the applause from the crowd. They start throwing cans at him.
Applause. He gets fingers, he gets cans, he gets all sorts thrown at him.
So the bad boy out here at the moment, Gavin Forsyth, he's in under the stand. He's in there for 10 minutes.
And the funny thing all about it, Paul, it wasn't required, because I thought young Newton did the great thing by coming off his wing and coming on to spot McEnroe and hold a game on ball and all tackle. But Donaldson's a groggy boy, is young Donaldson, and he's just walking to the sideline at the moment to see what happens here. But the penalty goes to the Rakau side, and they'll have to kick a goal.
Well, Bing Donaldson talking to Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse at the moment. He's in Disneyland. And, well, I don't think he knows what happened. I just didn't quite catch that one, but...
No, I missed it myself. I was watching the play because they were definitely in trouble if McEnroe had a wee bit of space, but I had to give the credit to Newton that time to close McEnroe's chances, because it was 2-on-1 against him, and he did the right thing by coming in and moving across with the ball. I missed the late tackle on young Bing Donaldson.
So crucial penalty here, this one. It'll break the deadlock. It'll just put them out of reach by another 2. As Jason Mulweek has lined it up just on the 20-metre line. As Bing shakes away the St. John's, he says, I'm all right.
Well, I don't think you get him off the paddock today unless you're carrying him off.
Here comes Mulweek. Oh, the flags go up. Crucial 2 points. Crucial 2 points. 14 points to 6. 14 points to 6. Warrakau have got another 2. Crowd, the country cousins, the country crowd, they've come out of the woodwork, come out of the Totra, the Rimu, from everywhere. Now Harry Blackball, they're here in force to spur their side on. As the kick was taken and trapped, been picked up by Donaldson. That Simon Donaldson works his way pirouetted to the 20-metre line before he's knocked down by Cristani, and in defence was Twist. Now Mulweek mauled that time by Troy Forsyth. Nathan in there too. The big fellas from the Cobden side, as Dean Mulweek can't get away. He's back in action as Hee-Ha stifling defence at the moment. No way through. 3 tackles gone.
Lost the ball.
Well, Hee-Ha knew that he had sinned.
Send him to the bed. No, that's not the call. Of course, he's sinned, but he pays the penalty. There's Cobden Kono a chance now. They can settle down and get into the play. They're 1 man short. He's in the sin bin. As the scrum goes down, they get the ball back. Scrambling ball for the Cobden side.
Eager defence going, meet the attack. And Cristani was belted as Newton goes for a run for a bit of action. No way through the defence of Gibson and Harris. Now Kilkelly standing deep right into the clutches of Mulweek. Wilson in there as well. Eager, big defence. Kilkelly felt that one. He shakes his head. He thinks, what am I doing? He was hit hard. Dean Mulweek came in. Ton of brick material.
A wee bit of cloud on Kilkelly's head too, Paul.
Now Forsyth pops the pass up and picked up by Gibson, and it's 6 away to chime for the Warrakau side. The big fella's made a meal of that one.
Now Kilkelly couldn't take advantage of it. That's Kevin Kilkelly lost the ball, so a chance once again for the Cobden Kono side.
So just a chapter of a couple of errors.
Some heavy defence going in, just forcing it now. It looks like Cobden have to scramble for that one.
And it's Twist. Twist plays it now. Midway, quarter one, halfway. That's where they are. Kilkelly finds a bit of a half grab. He got one over the top. Geordie Roberts went in. Play on, says a referee. Scooped up by Gibson.
Tried to be too clever that time, boy Kilkelly. I thought once again he was cramping his options out wide. The 2 players out wide had no space to move. And the pass over the top wasn't the cleverest one to be had on a wet day.
Now scooting away, stealing about 10 metres was Hee-Ha. Good run. Beautiful big run there by Hee-Ha. Right into the clutches of Nathan though. Plays it on the halfway line. Donaldson, a dummy half. Good delivery onto Mulweek. Then McGrath been fairly quiet in this third quarter. Dean McGrath, he steams onto it. He steams on, he's knocked down. Now it's Gibson onto, here he comes again. Here he goes, Bing Donaldson on the 20-metre line. Forsyth's got him. He plays it. Now Gibson goes himself, puts the kick down, and he puts pressure on, but it'll be a Cobden feed. But it was a cheeky kick too, but Bing Donaldson give him an inch and he'll stretch it.
Well, I thought Gibson just took the wrong option that time. The Cobden Kona on the back foot. They should have went the open side and really stretched him.
So it'll be twist now, 14 points to 6. That's the score on the board as he brings Geordie Robertson in off the blind. He's uphanded just short of the 20 metres by Mawika. Big defence by Craig Mawika, the number 6 this afternoon. And now 2 tackles gone on the Riverside as Dumlow struggles to his feet. They play and bring Clifton Long and trying to brush his way forward. Can't escape the defence that time of Phil Gibson. Smithy fairly...
Warwick outside, Paul. I don't want to let this game slip from their clutches, that's for sure.
Both sides committed to the fullest extent out here this afternoon, and there's nothing in it really. All that separates them though is the 8 points that Warwickau hold, as it's Troy Forsyth drives it downfield over the head that time of Donaldson, the fullback, picks it up just short of his 20-metre line. Then he starts to get his long legs moving. Still going, Donaldson. What a run. He brings it up to the halfway line before he's thrown to the ground in cover defence by Dumlow. They play it and bring the big fella in. Kilkelly can't beat the defence of Nathan. Nathan all over him. Twist was there as well, one of the main defenders. And it's on along the back line. Mawika's dropped it. Craig Mawika bobbled the ball, put it down on the ground. The scrum will go down 10 metres inside the Cobden territory.
15 minutes of rugby league gone in this second half now as Cobden Kona behind the 8 ball. Looks like blood. Ben Kilkelly's had there for a while. That was in the confrontation between him and Dean Mawika. When the big tackle was made on him, he got it up on the forehead, so obviously he's gone off to get cleaned up.
He goes on. We've got another player coming out.
Thompson comes out to fill in for him while he's off.
Untidy scrum. Warwickau come up with it. Things not going right at the moment for the Riversiders. The scrum screwed round, and now it's the Reds that have possession. Gibson will tap and go himself. Still charging forward, Phil Gibson. Right into the forward pack he goes before he's knocked to ground short of the 20-metre line. It's in the Cobden territory as Kilkelly bobbles, still hangs on to the ball. He came on at force, got one out the back door, turned it back into Wilson. Wilson charges forward. Finally, he's knocked down by Hughes. Came over the top, underneath went Cristani. They're throwing everything at the line. They're still using it. Here's Mawika onto McEnroe. McEnroe's left it behind. Cobden will pick it up and knock it on, but the scrum will go down.
Bad pass by Mawika that time. Bad pass. Obviously, he knows himself, but there was a bad pass.
14 points to 6. Warwickau in front. As the scrum packs down 10 metres out from the Cobden or Riverside's line. Twist has put it in. Got his pass. Good delivery onto Cristani. All he could do was just go into the tackle of Mawika. There was no way through as Thompson now slips and slides. Up to the 20 metres he goes. 2 tackles gone. Tainui driven down. Good defence. Good defence from McGrath. Thompson again, 2 tackles. Willie Harris in defence. Good delivery by Hughes, finds the hands, the grasp that time of Tainui. He in turn drives it downfield. It's been bobbled and well picked up, took it on the full to Jason Mawika. Donaldson.
Is there 3 of them out there or what?
Well, Dean Mawika has put the leather to ground. And the knock-on has been called. Referee Mike Keating in control this afternoon has blown the whistle. The scrum to go down centre field, midway, quarterway and halfway inside the Riversiders territory. Scrum screws round the Riversiders. They have it. The Cobden side out along the line. It goes. Kilkelly throws a bit of a dummy up towards the halfway line. He goes as a gap opened up, but McEnroe got him from behind. They played it quick. They've worked it with Newton. Up to the halfway line goes Dean Newton. He plays it right on the white line. Now Dumlow standing out wide. 2 off. The ball's been knocked down by Nathan. Constant pressure, constant harassment by the Warrakau defence.
Well, I tried to get too clever on the wet day, did the roughie that time, and turned it back to Georgie Nathan. Wasn't up to pick the ball up and put it down on the ground, and Warrakau get the loosened feet.
So Mawika, he's put it in. D Mawika, they work the crisscross with McEnroe. McEnroe can't escape the defence that time of Gibbons as he plays it short of the halfway line. Now it's the tall, rangy fullback, Donaldson. Donaldson thumped by Forsyth over the top, twist underneath, copybook defence from the scrum half. Now it's Simon Donaldson. 14-6, Warrakau in front. Les Wilson makes a bit of a bust. Came off a good pass from Mawika. Finally, he's grounded just short of the 20-metre line, still inside the Cobden territory as it's trying to pivot and work his way forward. Was Hee-Ha, loses the ball. The ball's gone to ground. And on the 20 metres, that's where it is. That's where they'll put the scrum down.
Looking dangerous that time. Hee-Ha just looking to get the ball away, but the tackle coming around and just knocked the arm and knocked the ball down. And once again, another change to the Warrakau side. Looks like Gibson's off, Mason's on.
So Cobden have possession now inside their 20-metre line. They trail 14 points to 6. The range starting to fall again. As big Troy Forsyth thumps it upfield. Finally, his legs are knocked down by the tackle that time of Wilson. Ball goes back. Still keeping the play alive as Gavin Forsyth's back on.
He's out of jail again at Gavin Forsyth. He'll put them back to 13 men. Warrakau weren't able to take advantage of the fact that he was off, except for the penalty kick ball. They never got any extra points.
Hee-Ha came over the top, knocked Gibbons to ground, finished him off in fact, as the ball, untidy ball, went back to Tainui. He's driven it down on a kick. Stopped in the muddy conditions. It was well picked up by Donaldson. He's got Forsyth all over him. They're really harassing the young fella. He felt the effects of some big defence. And it's the Warrakau, the Hornets, that are in front at the moment. They lead by 8 points, 14 points to 6. That's where it is as we approach the last quarter. Hee-Ha got his pass onto Mawika and turned to McGrath, grappled.
Looks like a handover. No, blood bin again. Well, McGrath will be fairly weak. He's lost that much blood. No, referee says carry on.
Just had a look at
dry
him.
Blood. And a mistake by Hee-Ha that time. He kicked out on the full. Wasn't the last tackle, so we'll have a scrum. Big crowd out here this afternoon. Twist puts it in. The call, out it goes to Cristani. There you go, they're still starting to move. A bit of room here for Tainui. Bit of open spaces on to Newton. Well, that was the first real break they've had in the recent minutes out here. Well, first time they tried to do something clever from the scrum, Paul. They did the double round, just created the extra man, and it did bring Tainui in also. Created a wee bit of havoc amongst the defence of the Warrakau side.
Tidied up, well, he couldn't pick it up that time. Untidy ball came onto it, but Gibbons has put the leather to ground, and now it's Warrakau that have possession. Just out from their 20-metre line, that's where they play it. Donaldson now looking for some more action. Ducks under the tackle there of Nathan. He's been in everything as Bing Donaldson.
Oh, he certainly has. He's been in the fray, and he's certainly taken a couple of knocks now. That's Bing Donaldson, but he's got up and stayed in the game.
Good thump and run that time by Kilkelly. Now it's Hee-Ha, does it well from the base. Like trying to get it out the back door. No one with him. Last tackle now on the Reds as they play it on the halfway line. They lead 14 points to 6. Mawika puts the kick up high, floating kick too. Taking his time going back for it was Tainui. He left it for Roberts, and Roberts will try and work his way out from his 20-metre line. He's knocked down as Tainui this time goes into dummy half. Can't even make the 20-metre line because the defence is there to meet him.
Eager not to give the game away to Warrakau side. 17 minutes of rugby league left in this paddock. They're leading the game by 14 points to 6, 8 points in front. Cobden Kono got a lot of work ahead of them.
Hughes, the little hooker, the number 9, works his way upfield, makes 5 metres before his legs are wrapped together. Back it comes to Tainui, kicks it back to Jason Mawika, lets it bounce over his shoulder, then picks it up on the 10-metre line, and the defence will go in and meet him. Kilkelly over the top of him, Forsyth underneath, Mawika slow to his feet. Harris in the clutches of Forsyth and Gibbons. They double round, turn it back infield to Mason. Good defence, big defence that time from Forsyth. Mason felt the effects of that. As he got his pass, he slipped it up to Mawika. Mawika fending off players. Mawika finally grounded. There's he gets to his feet now, turns it back to McGrath. He puts the kick downfield, right down the throat that time of Tainui. Plucked it out of the air. Then he starts to sharpen. Got his pass up to Forsyth, standing out wide. Finally, 2 defenders go in and ride him. Well, Dumlow's put it to ground. Dumlow just frustrated the big fella.
Well, it wasn't the best to pass to him. It was right down around his boot laces. He couldn't pick it up. He was frustrated where they put the boot to leather. But we'll have the no advantage to the Warwick outside. We'll have the scrum loose and feed midway half quarter Cobden territory.
So Dean Mawika, he's fed the scrum, the back line combined. Gibson went back, says the referee, as Craig Mawika takes some big defence on him. Forsyth trying to pick himself up out of the mud, slow to his feet. Now Donaldson, the workhorse. Donaldson. Now Simon Donaldson. The brothers having turns at running. 14-6, Kilkelly mauled, Forsyth. Now the shuffle, McEnroe dancing, McEnroe, the crowd, really the wrath of the crowd. McEnroe's on the ground and Forsyth's gone. He's been sent off in the grand final.
Well, second time he attacked the head. He's saying there only foxing McEnroe's down. Is he foxing or not, Paul? But it was a high tackle. Look high from here. Certainly come, but the angle didn't help Forsyth. He was coming in and McEnroe tried to dart across, but he attacked the head, did Forsyth, and he had to go.
Well, he's really brought the crowd to their toes as Gavin Forsyth out here this afternoon.
If you want a big bad wolf, he's certainly made to be the one.
So we've had everything out here. Referee on his toes, Mike Keaton. The penalty's been taken. Now they'll charge it forward. McEnroe still getting attention. Mawika turns it upfield. Here we go. Oh, they haven't looked. They've scored the try. Yes, Warwickau, they can kiss goodbye. Bang a nail in the coffin. It's Warwickau's grand final the way they're going at the moment.
Willie Harris, Paul, looked like a determined stuff. I thought Troy Forsyth in the tackle and held him up, but he must have got the ball down. The referee right on a spot and the 4 points, and certainly has. Turned the 12 around, the Cobden Kono 12. They certainly couldn't hold out the Warwickau that time.
mixture of errors that time for the Cobden side. Forsyth went off. He's been sent off. The penalty, they worked at a couple of tackles, then they've spun it. They've worked a beautiful four-pointer. Willie Harris on at speed. He's charged over. He's got the try. 18 points to 6. That's enough to have it out of the grasp of the Riversiders in this match, the way the game has been played. They need a miracle to bounce back from that one, Wayne Smith.
Certainly do. They certainly need a miracle. Right, Warwickau right on top of their plate. They're not going to let this grand final slip. They know how crucial it is to win this last game to your season. You can win all before it, but this is the one that counts, and they're not ready to give this up.
Jason Mawika's attempt not successful, flagged away. It stays at 18.
Rakau to number 13, Willie Harris, conversion unsuccessful. Rakau lead Cobden Kohanor 18-6.
Looks like a change. Jason Mawika's been taken off. Bring Bailey out, so they obviously will make a reshuffle. Probably put Paul Gibson or Simon Robertson into the centres.
So it's Bing Donaldson. He's had a big game too as the winger, as the fullback. And he's got cramp. He's hurt his foot. Referee's saying to play the ball. His toes obviously cramped. Binger the winger. Very cold out here at the moment as McGrath thumps it forward. 18 points to 6. Hornets in front. Tahuya plays it midway, quarter way and halfway. Good delivery by Hiha again. On to Gibson, bit of open space, closes just as quick. Can't beat the clutches or the defence that time. Kilkelly and Cristani. Craig Mawika kicks it, awkward looking kick. Trying to find the touchline. He has. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Took its time, the touch judge over there.
Well, I think just as well he did, because Simon Donaldson would have been offside if he hadn't have. Never gave him the 10.
Very cold out here this afternoon. Extremely cold conditions as Mercer looks to come on. Dean McGrath to come off. They reshuffle the pack.
Get the bleeders off's the call.
Well, Norman Gunston wouldn't be out of place out here this afternoon as Bailey puts a boot to ball. Play on, says a referee. Scooped up by Gibson onto McEnroe. McEnroe dancing. Oh, McEnroe still going. Up to the 20-metre line he goes before he's put down. Cristani only got the cotton in his shirt. As Hiha's laughing. He went all the way. They stood off him. He held the ball out in his hands and he's dived over for the try.
Well, that shows you the signs of just holding the ball in two hands and running and going forward and putting the pressure on. They held off. They thought that the big tall rangy fellow Donaldson was going to be the danger man, but he said don't take Donaldson for the danger man. It's the man with the ball that's always dangerous, and he said I'll take these 4 points.
22 points to 6. Are they saluting the judge? Are they saying it's our grand final? I think they are. 22 points to 6. Kick to come. And it'll be Hiha that'll have the shot. Well, they've really opened up the can this time.
Well, there's a lot of worms here too. They found a lot of worms, that's for sure. And they opened it up all right, and it's the end for the Cobden Kohanor side. They came, they thought they might be able to conquer the Red Devils, but they said to Cobden Kohanor, this is how you win main championships, this is how you win grand finals, and they've certainly played this game able to have the Warrakau side.
Oh, they've played it well, they've stuck to the task. Been a big tall order this afternoon, but they have played well. They have this game well and truly sewn up. Hiha comes back, the wind blows, a swirling wind out here, fairly strong it is too.
The try for Warrakau to Craig Hiha. Warrakau lead Cobden Kohanor 22-6.
Cobden, quick placement of the ball, picked up by Donaldson. He's driven down. Big crowd out here today. Some of the crowd starting to leave.
Well, I know that it's been written, Paul, there wouldn't be much time left in this game.
Hee-ha now, the try scorer, got his pass up to Mason. Mason flies.
Today for DB, the player of the day, Warren Donaldson, Waitanakau.
Bing Donaldson
Hotel, Harris player, is Willie Harris from Waitanakau.
just named as player of the day. Willie Harris, the fairest player out here.
Players of the day, Craig Hee-ha from Waitanakau. And Troy Forsyth from Cobden Koanoa.
Well, Cobden picked up one of the prizes out of the four that time.
Completion of the game, if you could remain seated for the medal presentation, please.
So here we've got Roberts now tries to straggle across field. They're a beaten side, the Cobden side, as they battle against a very eager Riverside Hornet side, marginal forward-looking ball. The referee saw it too.
Well, they had to try everything, Cobden Koanoa, but they just can't get out of jail now. Warrakau know they've got this grand final in the bag. They just got to go through the motions now. Only about 3 or 4 minutes left in the game, at the most.
Well, the ball came out. Mawika had it 1 minute, then he lost it the next. Big defence from Forsyth, threw everything at him. And now it's Cobden that come up with possession. Cristani shows, then goes, slipped the pass up to Clifton Long. He was taken just as he got the pass, no way through. McEnroe was in defence. As the Cobden side now go through the motions, they're a beaten side. Score on the board tells the tale. It says, 22 points to 6. Oh, there's a collision. Forsyth,
Forsyth might have taken Boyd Kilkelly out of the game. He certainly felt that one, did Boyd.
Gets to his feet. Well, he looks like Mark Knopfler.
He won't be playing this happy tune today, though. Error on the last this time.
Comrade in arms.
To go to the Warrakau side. No need to hurry for Warrakau side. They got the game in the bag, as Sal and Toogood would say.
There he got one out the back, turned it into Harris. Willie Harris in possession. Centre field just short of the 20-metre line. Here's Hee-ha going again. Turns it bound to Bailey. Bailey 2 metres out from the line. That's where he is. Now Hee-ha skips. Hee-ha got his pass all the time up to Donaldson now.
Oh, head clash with head that time. Tainu, he got up with a wee bit of a sore jaw. His head hit the top of Donaldson's head as PG Gibson strides away from the dummy half. Tries to get a pass back but can't do it.
Referee playing on, carries on. Ball went back. Cobden have possession. Both sides have really thrown themselves into this grand final. Really tried to come up with the correct points.
Game, but this has been a great grand final. It's been all Warrakau, especially when they scored those first 2 tries, Paul. They put the pressure on. Cobden Koanoa come back in the third quarter, but wasn't enough to take the fray away from Warrak.
Here's Tainui. Tainui puts a kick in Donaldson. Donaldson, slow motion stuff. The camera would have caught it. Well, he's really deserved his place this afternoon as Bing Donaldson. As the countdown goes, well, there you go. The hooter will sound. There's the full-time hooter. And the referee blows the whistle. It's all over for 1993. Warrakau have finally cracked the grand final. They've been here in the number of years recently, but now they come away with the crucial, the points that count, the points that says, 22 points to 6 says Warrakau have won the big one against the Riversiders this afternoon, Wayne Smith.
Well, they show that they can start or finish off the way they started, Paul, and that's win the main championship and carry on into the grand final and win the grand final too. So congratulations congratulations to the Rakau side. They showed that in against all predictions that they took the game out in great fashion, and certainly in this stormy weather they entertained the great crowd that was out here today.
Oh, there was a big crowd too, and the conditions just not ideal for rugby league, but it was a bone crunch and it was a bruising encounter. It had everything out here today, and the Rakau side, tremendous effort to Tommy Daly and the boys. We salute them for a great season for 1993. 22 points to 6. It was PG Gibson scored a try, so did big Kevin Kilkelly, a try to Willie Harris and a try to Craig Heha. 2 conversions by Jason Mawika and a penalty goal by Mawika as well. That was their tally for the day. And for the Cobden side, we had a try to Johnny Tainui and a penalty goal by Tainui. That was the 6 points for the Cobden side. In all, a tremendous game, and we wish the Rakau side all the best, Wayne Smith, in their match next weekend against a Hornets side over in the Canterbury Arena too, and that's Hallswell.
Certainly do, Paul, and let's hope they live up to the name and sting them a bit.
So for 1993, it's been a good season. We've certainly enjoyed it. I'm Paul McBride, and of course with me today has been Wayne Smith, as always, comments man, and our cameraman, as always, is Jerry Glenn from Wingham Park on a winter's afternoon. We bid you good afternoon.